Yes, we're back again for keeping the ball on the ground. Another special edition we've got. It's the 10 worst SPL players of all time, Celtic and Rangers included. Before we start, Kev, what a day. Have you got a washing it?
Oh, it's a great day, Si. I must admit, the wife's got the washing out, and I'm just trying to still get round the fact that I'm going to need to name 10 players that I personally have nothing against.
Oh, that's weird that Lynn's got a washing it, because we had a tweet in. Somebody in your street said that they complained to the council, to put a washing it anymore because one of your t-shirts was up drying and it was blocking the sun for the whole street.
I'm saying nothing, Simon.
Slaney, I wanted to ask you as well, we've not asked how's wee Willie coping with this?
He's struggling. Do you know who I've been talking to a lot, by the way? Bobby Madden.
Mate, he loves you, man.
He's a bit of a geezer, isn't he?
Aye, he's a top man.
He messaged me saying, Slaney, I love your work. Do you want an Adele Tarat tap? And I said, fuck off, Bobby. Don't embarrass yourself again, mate.
Oh, you see if Bobby says I want to mentor you being the top referee in Scotland, would you do it?
Absolutely. But I would say to him, only if I can go in between you, Bobby, and Willie.
Right, I'm looking forward to this. The 10 worst. I feel like a horrible bastard because I'm hopeless and I'm going to be slaughtering players here. But anyway, do you feel bad, Paul?
Absolutely not. I can't wait to crucify a few of these morons.
Kev, have you struggled with it?
I've struggled because I'm only going by guys that maybe I've played against or I've saw on TV. The first 10 years is a bit of a blur. But there's a few guys that might not particularly like me, but just don't get too personal about it. It's just my opinion.
See the thing with me, do you remember you used to see when I was at Swindon, I used to sit on transfer deadline day and you would get moves and you and the boys in the team would text each other saying, how the fuck has he got a move there?
Oh, mate,
I know exactly what you're saying.
Mate, I was, funny you say that, I remember I was sitting in the house with my dad, right, and it came up, Paul Slane signs for MK Dons on loan, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I said, I've not spoke to anybody. I said, I haven't trained in a year, right? Mate, this isn't bullshit. I was out for ages, my ankle, and I was only back 1 week running, and it came up when Sky Sports News, Paul Slane signs for MK Dons. So the next day I went into training, and Lenny was like, you're away to MK Dons. That was it. So it was bizarre.
Oh, tremendous, man. Did you say anything back to Lenny, nah?
I said, I can't wait to go. I was gutted, eh?
And then, sorry, what did you do? Just get a train done? Or
I got a train done and
put you on a flight?
No, no, I think I paid for main train and all. I think they just wanted shot at me, mate. They were embarrassed to have me at the club. And I got the train done. Do you remember that? Oh no, you wouldn't have. Do you remember the wee chairman at MK Dons?
Pete Winkleman. Pete Winkleman, he had a perm. His
son was like a mini version of him. And he picked me up and took me to this flat. There's no story behind this. I don't know where I'm going with it.
What did you do in the flat?
Oh, so I can't go in there, eh? I can't get into that.
Oh, tremendous. Right, we'll kick off. You can go first, Kev. Who have you got for us?
Right, I'm gonna say Adam Virgo.
Fair enough.
And I'm saying Adam Virgo because I played with that guy at Coventry later on in life. And I just cannot, to this day, still think, how the fuck did he sign for Glasgow Celtic? Because he was honking. I swear to God, he's one of the worst footballers. I don't care what anybody thinks of myself. They've had their opinions of me over the years. But him, I just don't know. There must have been a favour. There must have been, some guy must have phoned up and says, look, I need you to sign this guy. I need you to get rid of him. And then I figured it out. Mark McGee was the manager of Brighton and Gordon Strachan was the manager of Celtic. The two of them played with Aberdeen. It must have been a friends thing. It had to have been, Si.
Yeah. Well, I've got it here. He cost Celtic £1.5 million in transfer fees, but also an extra 500 grand at lunch over the course of a year.
He's so bad.
Yeah, he was a top man, big Vigs. I used to go into his flat and play the PlayStation, eh? He's a great guy, man.
Oh, great guy, sound guy. Aye, let's not beat about the bush. He was all right as a guy. There was no malice towards him, but in terms of football, I just was one of those questionable moves. And
he was a baby rhino, mate, wasn't it? It was like watching a baby rhino play football.
Oh, he was bad. He was bad. Right, Slaney, I want to hear your first one. Come on.
I'll say my first one, but let me just say I'm going to keep my favourite two to the very last. So stay tuned in because there's two big hitters coming in. Yeah. Number one, the token of all tokens, Ross Tokley. Listen, I've spoke to
no tokens.
I've spoken to a few of the boys. I've spoken to a few of the boys, and they said Big Tokley's a great lad. Certainly, when I made my Celtic debut, I remember Lennon says, "Get stripped, you're going on." And I remember I was ready to go on, and I said to the boys, I think I've told this before, I'm going to nutmeg Ross Tokley. He was on, and Ross Tokley took when I went on, Ross Tokley took the ball off me. Now, still to this day, I believe a lot of my mental problems and in my career no working was the fact Ross Tokley took the ball off me. The guy was most probably the ungifted football player I've seen in a long time. Listen, I don't like slating people, as you know, but Big Tokers is certainly number one in my hit list.
Oh, amazing, man. Tremendous. I've went Gordon Ramsay when he was at Rangers, just because he just edges it for the worst skin to have the worst skin in the SPFL.
Oh, God.
Oh man, that was just so coincidence that Hell's Kitchen came on last night and I was like, buzzing, man.
I was watching a programme with him last night. No, have you ever seen the one when he plays a game called Hot Wings?
Nah.
That's shit. It's terrible.
Right, Kev, who have you got next?
Big Darren Dodds. I'm saying nothing. The only guy that can play football with a coat hanger on his football strip.
This is terrible, isn't it? Oh, dear, Big Dodds. I told you the story, innit, when he scored. He was the manager of Brecon and he scored the last minute. He came in the dressing room, whipped his top off and says to the boys, you don't fucking get this playing the PlayStation.
I think somebody was controlling his career for a PlayStation.
No, he had a good career, didn't he?
No, he did. To be fair to Big Dodgy, I'm only saying that because...
A 3-year-old was playing a computer. Big Dodgy will be locked down and gutted.
Right.
Dodgy just wasn't for me, Si.
All right.
I'm going to go with... He's early on the list. He shouldn't be early. He should be a big hit as well. This man couldn't kick the ball straight. He was unbelievable at scoring on goals. Stevie Craigman. He actually had a lot of respect for me at Motherwell, so it's unbelievable that I'm coming for him. But what I'm going to say is I remember I was 15-year-old and Scott Leach dragged me out the lunch hall and said, out to Fir Park right now, the pitch. Me and Stevie Craigin are working on clearances. So what happened was Scott Leach stayed 5 yards away from Craigin, zinged a ball at him, right? Craigin had to take a touch and zing it, find me up the other side, right? So for the first 10 minutes, Leachy was zinging the ball into Craigin, but the ball kept going under his fucking studs. He couldn't control it. The next 5 minutes, his curly toe of death, he put into Fir Park stands. And a 15-year-old ginger, horny winger, was climbing the stands of Fir Park, trying to find his boys. Listen, Craigin could be number one in the hit list.
Just stop. I've got this vision of Scott Leach passing a ball to Stephen Craigin for 5 yards.
Yeah, boys, seriously. I mean, that isn't even a joke, eh? I was thinking, he was like Slaney, go and stand up by our side of the pitch. They were working on Stevie Craigin finding channels, mate. And Leach was like, come on, mate, you need to control it, kept going under his studs. And then he kept apart.
A 15-year-old hairy horny winger trying to find Stephen Craigins butts.
Climbing up the steps to get the ball in the stands.
Honestly, I was in the stands and all that.
Lenny, that's your best story ever.
Oh, you saying it?
Fucking hell.
How do you follow that, man?
I don't know.
I'll
I'll bring it back down a touch. Xander Diamond.
Now come here. He was good at Aberdeen, was he not?
Aye, he was fucking hopeless. No, I just go inside. Basically, just when we played Aberdeen, there was him and Big Charlie were the two centre halves. And Charlie was obviously, Charlie had a wee bit about him. Didn't mind Charlie too much. But Big Xander, see, every time I went near him, he fucking just felt the gun, like pretending he was injured or he was hurt or whatever. And I thought, see, one of these fucking days, I'm going to actually give him something to be hurt about. I think we played Hearts Aberdeen up at Tynecastle, and I just thought, fuck it, this is the moment. And he went to clear the ball, and I just two-footed him just because he annoyed me the whole season, just for being a big fucking baby. Eh?
Two-footed him?
I two-footed him, aye.
You're red?
No, just a yellow. I was cute.
What happened?
Just got a yellow card, and I just
to be cute, what happened?
So for me, I'm putting Xander Diamond in there.
Right, I've got one for you. I don't know if you remember this guy. Dave Buss.
What a shocking name. I don't remember him, but what a
That's not him that broke his leg at Man U, no?
No. This guy played for Aberdeen. Talk like the fucking 55 boss, but the reason I'm putting him in is Gary Holt actually tried to sign him every club he went to. And he wanted to sit on top of him and steer his ears.
That's fucking genius.
Right, anybody else? Kev, who you got next? Oh no, you just went, Kev, the diamond. Who you got?
I'll go I'm going to go for him. Cut Broadfoot.
Wow.
Aye.
He'll punch your head off, mate.
Listen, if Cut Broadfoot's got anything to say, please come and say it. I'm on the media, and when you're in the media, you've got a licence to speak your mind. Cut Broadfoot, did he have a good career? Aye. Did he deserve it? Probably aye, his work rate, but his ability didn't deserve it. Listen, the reason I'm saying Cut Broadfoot is I'm seeing players. When I was growing up, I watched football, and I watching him, and I thought to myself, that isn't football that guy's playing. It was difficult to watch the man play. So listen, he's had a great career, and there's it goes round youth football that a lot of coaches tell their kids, Cut Broadfoot's the example. You know what I mean? Don't worry, work hard and you'll play. So listen, Cut Broadfoot has made my list. I think he was up there. And listen, he's just, I think Cut Broadfoot, if he didn't make my list, I wouldn't have lived with myself.
Yeah. Kev, who you got
next? A guy at Hearts called David Whitehaven. I don't know either, because he was fucking hopeless. I don't know whether he came in to replace me or try and make me put pressure in my place, or he came after me or whatever. I can't actually remember, but he was absolutely fucking hopeless. Just a bad footballer. Nothing to write about, nothing funny to say. Guy was just bad.
See, on that, I've got one that we played with, man. We had a goal at Dundee called Arvid Schenk. Fuck me, man. He played one game against Dundee United, 6-2, mate. It was 4-0 after about 30 minutes. He was fucking hopeless. He used to dip his hands in aftershock before training, mate. His hands were fucking steaming constantly. Hopeless. And do you know who his goalie coach was? Marvin Kompa in Germany. Slaney, who's next?
Well, I'm going to go for probably the worst, Philip Siebel.
Oh, he's on my list.
Like, still to this day at Celtic Park, regardless if you're a Celtic player or the away player, if you do it and rang, the full crowd sing Siebel, that is enough said on him. He was a shocker. You remember him?
You took his ability and career over yours?
Absolutely. Honestly, mate, he was outstanding at times.
He was that good at being bad, he became a fan's favourite at Ibrox.
I've put another one in there that Rangers had striker. I don't know, I think this just went under the radar, how bad he was in the game that he played. Omar Sadiq.
Oh, wow. What about him?
Wow, he was...
A few Rangers strikers creeping in there. Did Marcus Gale no play for Rangers?
Nah, but Marcus Gale was a bit of a player, mate, nah? Is that a bit hard? No, a bit harsh? Good.
Just maybe beforehand, but no at Rangers.
Oh, was he terrible at Rangers, was he?
I think he was great, no.
Sadiq was hopeless. Right, Kev, who you got next?
Mo Kamara.
Yes. 100% Kev.
Aye. Hey, that's one of the ones you were talking at the beginning, Si. You see people getting a move. Mo Kamara. How did that happen?
Mo was one of them, mate. Like, see, when you see him in games, he cross the ball over the bar, you think, I bet in training he crosses that into the box every time.
Aye.
Over the bar as well, training every day, mate. Every day. You couldn't cross the ball, mate. I don't know why. See when you cross the ball, Slaney, you're a winger. When you're going down on your left foot, you kick it like that, don't you? So it kind of bends.
Aye, comes into me.
He used to open his foot up and just fucking kick it at me, man. I was baffling it. Like, he was another one training with the first team, like Midgardine would. Midgardine was a young boy, mate, and he would hammer Mo, man. Like, he was a first team player. That's when you know it. See, when the young boys know that.
Aye,
even the young boys, the young boys get they're doing the teams, and the first team player gets put in one of the young team, and the young guys like, fuck me. Oh, mate, what about that feeling? I got it all the time, man.
Oh, right, here you go. I've got a double one. Number 6 on my list is Mark Corcoran. They Be Inspired.
Whoa!
He's the only man who's played 300 games, and every one of them he played in silence. And then the one underneath him is Stephen Robb. Because every game he spent for Corcoran, he was doing fucking sign language for 90 minutes.
When does Corky sponsor silence finish?
Eh?
When does Corky sponsor silence finish?
By the way, they'll hate that.
Right, so that's on the wee thing. That's why I'm getting them back.
I must.
Of course, aye.
I'm
going to throw a name in, sorry, just to stop these. Just to get back to a wee bit more serious stuff. Didn't see the guy playing a lot, but I turned on the radio one night and his name was Clangers, Jamie Langfield. He must go in. You can't have the nickname Clangers if you're not going to go in. I'm very sorry, Jamie Langfield. I believe he's probably a nice guy, probably a nice family, but for me, he has to go in with the name Clangers. I'm very, very sorry.
Good point.
I would agree with that, Slaney.
Anybody else, Kev?
Daniel Prodan.
Yeah, half Rangers.
I think he only played about 45 minutes. That's kind of sums up Rangers' career up.
All your players are centre halves, by the way.
Well,
because you played against them.
No, I don't know if it's because I played against them. I just think that it's quite difficult to pick the worst player because there's some people that you genuinely know are the worst, but you don't want to put them out in national media so that you don't get a bit of a hard time.
Oh,
tell Slaney, he'll put them out there.
But no, I'm just trying to go by guys that I can remember watching or playing against that I thought.
Well, I'm going to tell you, probably the number one. No, he's not the number one, but he's up there. Connor Salmon. As I said, I've been doing my research. I've been speaking to a lot of the boys. Supposedly Connor Salmon is one of the best guys you could meet. He meant to be an amazing guy. But there was a period of time I watched the man playing football and I was scared to try. It was very, very difficult to watch him. I don't believe he knew what he was trying to do. I believe, as I've said about Stephen Thompson, I believe Connor Salmon was in the rang industry. I believe Connor Salmon should have been a swimmer. The first swimmer ever that didn't need to wear a swimming cap. It would have been outstanding.
Slaney, on Connor Salmon, right? I remember playing with McCormack and Jim Jeffries actually apologised to me one day and said, I'm sorry I need to play him up front with you.
Yeah, rightly so.
And I was like, geez, old gaffer, that's a bit harsh. He went, no, it's not.
I don't know why he just didn't stick to swimming. It was honestly, if he's not getting heat for a swimmer, I don't know. The speed he could have gathered up in that pool would have been unbelievable.
That's tremendous, man. All right, I've got one for you as well. Derek Borigder. Well, here you go. So the boys were saying he was from Amsterdam, wasn't he?
Yep. And
he said what he was doing to Glasgow was revenge on what Slaney done to Amsterdam. What was the worst performance? You in Amsterdam or him in Glasgow? What was worse?
Well, sorry, I think you've got that wrong. My performance in Amsterdam is up there with one of the best. The Dutch hold me in high regards with the greatest people of all time. Are there? Liam Miskens. No, who was the boy?
Liam Miskens.
Get that. But no, certainly we are there. But funny we go into that. Oh, actually, I'll go and say him now. The next on the hit list is Bobby Pettit. And I don't like to say the man because me and Bobby Pettit got on very well. He is a DJ, he's played at parties of mine, so he's a big fan of mine. But the reason I'm going to say him is he had a great night in Amsterdam. And that's why the man has probably bought his career there. That I had a great night in Amsterdam and I get flushed down the drain.
Tremendous. Kev, anybody else for us?
Siebel was the same as you. Dan Dodds. I've said quite a few the same as Slaney.
That's fine, mate. We've got to mention Comper, haven't we?
Aye, I've got him doing Marvin Compere. Just brutal.
But how was he? But see, on that, I've got him as well. But was he? How do we know if he was brutal?
I know, because I don't really get much of a chance. So like it's very difficult when you sign with a team side and you come in and you only get a few games, and if you don't hit the ground running, you're bombed or whatever. And sometimes you never even get a game. So how do you ever actually know how you would be after a run of 10, 15 games? So maybe it's a bit harsh, but I don't think it is.
Claney, did Brendan on just speak to Comper in German?
I suppose he did, didn't he? And it didn't make any sense what he was trying to come at me. But the one with Marvin Compere, it was an absolute... I don't know where that came from. He didn't make my list. The reason why I just wanted to see players that when they were on the pitch, when they were playing, and they were regulars in Scotland, it was very difficult to look at them or watch them. So that's... I'm not going to say Big Compere.
I put myself in as well for my stint at Dundee.
Not at all. But what I was saying about Compere, I think we've said in the past, it's outstanding what that man done. He's done there with a league medal. He's going to be, for years to come at parties, he'll stand there with the pictures up, him standing beside 10 in a row. Listen, so it's unbelievable what that man done.
Wait, who's played longer than the 10 in a row, the 9 in a row? You or Compere? Slaney? No way!
No way.
Who played longer than Compere? Did you go on the pitch? Did you get a medal?
Move on, please.
Oh, who'd you blame for that? Who'd you blame for you not getting on the pitch?
Neil Lennon.
Was there ever an explanation?
I think, to be honest, I'm only kidding on about Neil Lennon. I think it was Gary Parker. I really do. For some reason, Gary Parker just couldn't take to me. He really, really couldn't. It just... Many occasions in training, I remember hearing them whisper to the boys, why is he training with the first team? And that really hurt me. So I do believe Gary Parker is one of the main reasons behind it. But certainly when 10 in a row comes and I'm standing in Celtic Park, the ex-players are standing there picking their medals up and taking the gathering for the crowd, Gary Parker won't be anywhere to be seen. So it's a joy.
Somebody told me that you were going to be on the pitch, but then like 2 weeks before the last game, you done Lenny's hair with the gel and it was all over the place.
Punch my head in.
Did you not give him a pure slick back?
Gave him a slick back in tenants. I'd say he loved it. He did, he looked good.
Right, brilliant lads. We'll just run through your 10 to 1. Slaney, you went first last time. Kev, you can go first.
Hey. Just before we end it. There's 2 to go.
Wow. Oh, is this your big 2?
The one that comes in second place. The reason I'm only saying it is because we're in lockdown and the man can't get to me.
Wait. Why don't me and Kev do your 10 to 1s and then you can do your 10 to 3 and then you will leave you 2 and 1 last? Right, Kev, 10 to 1.
Right. Mo Kamara, 10. Darren Dodds, Ross Tokley, Adam Virgo, Daniel Prodan, Sibo, Marvin Compere, Xander Diamond, David Witteveen, and the other one was
Russell Lappy.
No, I'd actually put in Big John Potter.
Wow.
That's it, man. Just for a bit of banter, but I'm not going to say anything about Potter's a great guy.
Right, okay. My 10 to 1 is 10 Simon Ferry, 9 Gordon Ramsay, 8 Marvin Compere, 7 Arvid Schenk, 6 Dave Buss, 5 Mark Corcoran, 4 Stephen Robb, 3 Sadiq, 2 Bo Richter, and 1 Sibo. Slaney.
Okay. Number 10, Ross Tokley. Number 9, Curly Toe Cragen. Number 10, Tokley. Number 9, Cragen. Number 7, we'll go for Andy Considine. I forgot to mention Quaver Toe as well. He will fall into that category. Then we'll go to number... What am I on? Number 6?
Six.
Connor Salmon. 5 Langfield, 4 Siebel, 3 Broadfoot.
Right. Here we
Number
go.
2.
Paul Slane's 2 worst players in SPL history. Let's have it.
But the only reason I'm brave and bold about saying this, man, is because we're in lockdown and I know he can't get to me, and it is Andre Blackman. Listen, the man absolutely terrorised me on the pitch, and he deserves to go in there. I'm genuinely, my heart rate at the moment is pelting through the new for saying this. This man could come to my door at any second, and it'll be the end of Paul Slane. But certainly, when the king is feeling like this, he will out anybody, and Andre Blackman will fall in.
Yeah, on that, see if he did come to your door and you were in your house and your dad was there, though, surely between the two of you could batter him.
I would throw my dad to Wolves and see Andre Blackman batter him. I would probably run out and volley my dad as well while I'm at it and sprint the hell away from Andre. But listen, me and Andre got on great. The whole reason behind it is because the man made me scared in front of everybody, and that's why he deserves it. But listen, the one we've all been waiting for. When you come on the King's podcast and you turn on the King...
I know who it is.
People criticise me, said, you didn't stand up for yourself, you were pathetic. I've never seen, when I looked into my pubes, I've never seen one of my pubes attack me. So I'm not ready for it. Number 1 is Craig, the BT boy, BT. That man convinced the Full Air United that he was a centre-half. We all believed him. We played him centre-half. He lasted 8 minutes. Clusterred 2-player, couldn't catch him, pulled his hamstring in 8 minutes and get whipped. He came off injured with his hamstring pulled. Caused a goal. He comes off and I was on the bench, of course, and he sits on the bench and says to me, I was bossing it out there. You caused a goal. You've never been a centre-half in your head, I'll believe you. But as I've said, pubes don't attack kings, and the man done it. So he will be number 1 in my list. And I believe Paul Slane has returned to the very, very best.
You've been brilliant, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. That Stevie Craigan stories, that's probably the best since the time I've been on open goal.
That's it. I think that'll go viral.
That could.
And rightly so, because I actually realised the last 6 months, right, I thought to myself, something's not right. The first 6 months I came on, everybody was messaging me saying, you're a hero, you're my hero, you've changed my life. I get none of that now. It's just abuse I get. All you say is sigh, you're pathetic, you're a freak. And I love that as well. I like getting called that at my days off, but certainly I want to come back to my very best, and I'm going to do that.
Oh, it's delighted you're back. Cheers, lads.
Cheers, Simon. Cheers, Paul. Good to have you back.
Thanks, guys.